Hello, let us start another lesson from the political science, chapter number 1, the meaning and importance of the political science. In this chapter, we are going to learn about especially four aspects. First of all, the concept of the political science. First of all, we are going to discuss what is the meaning of the political science. Next, after that one, the process of the development of the political science, means how the political science developed over a period of time. So that we are going to have the discussion. Next one, another important aspect, then the political thinkers and their contributions. How many political thinkers are there, and what are the important contributions given by those political thinkers? So that we are going to have the discussion. Next one, the importance of the political science, how the political science is going to be important, why we have to study the political science in the modern time. So that totally we are going to discuss about the four important aspects in this first lesson, that is meaning and importance of the political science. So let's continue. So in this here in this slide it is given. So what is the meaning, what is the definition of the political science has been given. The political science, they are saying the political science, it is one of the social sciences dealing with government, state, political activities of the man. Remember here what they are saying, they are trying to focus on three aspects. The political science, it is one of the social science. Already we know that in the social science, history, geography, economics, business studies, sociology, even political science, so these are the subjects that are studied. So among them, our political science is also one of the social science subject. So that in this in this political science, that political science subject, it is a dealing or it is studying about the government. So what is mean by the government, how many organs are there, what are the important function of the government. So the completely information is given about the government in the political science. And along with that one, state. Next one, all the political activities of the man. Remember here what the political activities, like voting, criticizing the government. If the government of India is doing anything wrong, then criticizing it, opposing it, that is also called as a political activities. And standing for the election, standing in the election, and means asking for the vote. So many these are, even strike we can say, protest, so hunger strike. So this will be called as a political activities of the man. What they are saying, the political activity, it will be moving around government, state, and all the political activities of man. And remember here what the state they are given, that please do not misunderstand that state means that they are talking about the Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra. They are talking state means like a state. State means like a country. In the context of the political science, if word you see the state, then they are talking about the country like India, America, UK, Germany, Japan, France. So that these countries in the political science, they can be called as a state. But obviously within India we are calling states like Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, they are like a state. Only this is the word that we have chosen, but actual meaning of the state is like they refer this to the country. If you go to America, they are calling as a state, and we are following the American system. And if you go to Russia, they do not call as a state, they are called to their state as a provinces. But actually state means like a country. See, in the political context, state means a country. So that, and one more thing, the political science, it will study, or it study about the origin, nature, forms of the political institutions. Remember here how this political institutions, they were originated. Political institutions means they are talking about the government. State means like a country. So that how the government was originated, when it was developed, when it was originated, and what was the nature of that state earlier government. So that these things that will be studied in a subject that is called political science. And apart from that one, the study of the state is the main subject matter of the political science. Remember here what they are saying, state means, again I would like to make it clear, state means they are not referring Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu. They are state means like a countries, like India is a state. Obviously there is huge differences between the state and the country, but in the context of the political science, state means obviously countries they are talking. So that the study of the state, study of the countries, that is the main subject matter of this political science. Means it will be moving around countries like India. So that what kind of the government is there in India, that is the democracy, and the democracy is studied in the political science. And when this democracy originated, obviously in the year 1947, and how this freedom struggle was carried, so that every aspect of this state that will be studied by the subject that is called political science. Next one more thing. So there are totally three big political philosophers, three big political philosophers. Like here it is given, he is a Socrates. So Socrates, he was the first political philosopher who started to study the political science. And after that one, Plato, means this Plato was student of Socrates, means earlier he is a teacher, and this Plato is a student of that Socrates. And this Plato is again, he is having famous student, that is Aristotle. We can say Socrates, Plato and Aristotle, these are student and the teachers. Let me make it clear. First of all, Socrates, I will write here, yes, Socrates, he was a first political philosopher. Then Socrates, he was having his disciple means student, that is a Plato. Plato was famous student of the Socrates. Again this Plato was having, obviously the Plato was famous political philosopher, and this Plato, he wrote so many books, we can say, like you will be studying about, the Plato wrote the book that is Republic. Republic, it is the name of the book which was written by Plato, and the Plato was having famous student, that is Aristotle. Here is the Aristotle, here the Plato, Aristotle means the photo of the Aristotle is given. Remember here, this Aristotle is called father of the political science. Remember here, and why he is called as a father of the political science? Why not the Plato? Why not the Aristotle? And you will be studying about this one. See, the first of all, it was a Greek people who started to study the political science for first time in the world, we can say. So that, remember here what they are saying, it began, means Greek were the people who started to study the political science for first time in the world. And remember here one more thing that we should focus here, second point, though it was studied, means the political science, though it was studied much earlier than the Greeks by the Egyptian people, Babylonian people, Persian people, Indian people, even Chinese. So that these are the people, even Indian people, they started to study the political science much earlier than the Greeks, we can say. So that political science studied by many people. What they are saying, that political science, it was started by first time by the Greeks, but before the Greeks it was also studied by Egyptian people, Babylonian, Persian, Indian, Chinese. But the thing is that these people, they fail to take this one to the systematic study, means they fail to develop this political science as a systematic study. Just they focus. So many books were written by the Indians, Chinese, Persian people, but they fail to make this political science separate and systematic study. Because of that reason, we cannot say that the Egyptian people were the first to study the political science in the world. We cannot say that. Obviously, Kautilya is the person. Already we know that Kautilya was the first Indian person who started to study so many things, we can say. So that already you know, in the last chapter you studied the Kautilya. He wrote the book that is Economics or Arthashastra, it is the name of the book. But this Kautilya, the thing is that he failed to take this subject political science in a systematic way. Because of that reason, we cannot say that Indian are the first to study the political science systematically. Because of that reason, we should say the Greek were the people who began to study this political science in a systematic manner. First of all, already you know that Socrates. So he is a Socrates, and his student was Plato, and Plato's student was Aristotle. They are saying the Plato in his book, name of the book is very, very important, Republic. So Republic, for first time he discussed about the nature, function of the state and the government. Remember here. So these are the important aspects that were for first time studied by or written by the Plato in his book that is called Republic. Here it is the Republic, name of the book written by the Plato. And what he studied or what he discussed, So that nature of the state means how the state, remember here state means, again I would like to make it clear, they are not talking about the Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. State means like a countries in the political science context, that we should understand in this manner only. And they were, our Plato, he discussed in his book, that is a Republic, so that nature of the country earlier, and functions, and the government, so that what kind of the government it was, and what kind of the functions that government was doing, and nature, how many organs were there, how it was doing the work, and who is to choose the leader. So these are nature of the government. So for first time, so that was discussed by the Plato in his book, that is called Republic. Next one, next Aristotle, here it is given. Aristotle, student of obviously the Plato, he is recognized as a father of political science. Please make a note here, so that Aristotle is called as a father of the political science, not his teacher like Plato. Even teacher's teacher, that is Socrates. Socrates and Plato, obviously they were much earlier than this Aristotle. They studied the political science, but their contribution, means the contribution of Plato and contribution of Socrates, that is compared to the Aristotle, is much less. Means they did not study the political science in a much scientific way. Because of that reason, they cannot be referred as a father of the political science, neither Plato or Socrates. But they just obviously few aspects of the government and state were discussed, but they failed to take it to the in a systematic way to the height of the making them as a father of the political science. So that here, why the Aristotle is called father of this political science? For his valuable contribution given to the political science, especially for the growth of the political science and development of the political science. So that the contribution of the Aristotle is very great. Because of that reason, Aristotle has been called as a father of the political science. And remember, again we can say Aristotle, he has written his own book, that is called Politics. It is a politics, it is nothing but it is a book written by Aristotle. And in a politics books only, he has discussed about the growth, the development of the subject, like what he discussed in about the political science in his book, that is political politics, especially origin, development and functions of the state. Remember how the state was originated. State means like a country system. When this country earlier, remember here, there was no country, there was no state. The people were living in not in a systematic way. But when it was originated, how it was originated, and by whom it was originated, and after the originating a state, how the state was developed, then, and what are the important functions that state was expecting to do. So what it is expected to do. So these things were discussed by the person that is called Aristotle. Because of his valuable contribution for the development of the political science, he has been referred as a father of the political science. Next, move on. The Greeks, they use the term politics for the study of the state. Remember here, now we are using it as a political science. Now we are calling this subject as a political science. But when the Greeks, they started to study this political science in a systematic and scientific way, we can say 3rd or 4th century, means 3rd or 4th century BC means before Christian era. At that time, this Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, these great political philosophers, they lived and they were studying. At the time in 3rd and 4th century, they never called that subject as a political science. Rather, they called that political science as a politics. Once again, I would like to make it clear. Today we are calling the subject that is called political science. It was not called as a political science by the Greeks, like Aristotle, Plato, Socrates and all. They used to call this subject as a politics, but now it is renamed as a political science. And this politics, it is a study of the state, and this politics is derived, means taken from the Greek word that is a polis. Means remember, already we know Greek, and it was one of the famous language in ancient days. And Greek, obviously there were many words, and the polis, it was a word. From this polis word only, this politics word has been derived, means taken. And this what is meant by polis in the Greek word and in English politics. And this politics means city state. Remember here what they are talking, the politics is a term. So what they were referring it as a city state. City state means like obviously state I mean country. Already you know state means in the political science that has to be called as a country, and the country's size were equal to the present cities, we can say. Now Gulbarga city, Bangalore city, Hyderabad, whatever the cities are there, so that small in the size if we compare to the countries, so that in such a small size there were countries, people were living in a city state, and city state, that is politics. So, so this is, and remember, but in modern scholars in modern time, this politics word has been replaced because the politics word is not suitable, because it is talking about the election and making the politics in the winning the candidate. So that now in the modern context we used to term this politics in a negative way, so that it is not good to term the political science as a politics. Because of this reason, this politics word was replaced by another word, that is a political science, and this was done by modern political scholars. This one has to understand. Next, let us move on. Now let's understand what are the important of the political science, how the political science is important. Now let's understand. So that political science, it is very much important. How this important, let us understand. So that first of all, the political science, it will help us to study the origin of the origin, development, nature, and administration types, scope of the state, rights, duties of the citizen. Remember here once again I would like to make it clear, they are talking about the state, how the state originated, when it was originated, and administration, how the administration was carried on. Now how the administration in a state means countries, it is being carried out, and how many types are there in the state. Remember here, in the state means countries, obviously there are variety of the governments. The governments can be divided into various types, like a democratic government and communist government. And obviously India is a democratic country, America is a democratic country, England, France, these are democratic countries. But if you come to the Saudi Arabia and Japan, so these are not the democratic countries, they are monarchies. Even England is obviously, sorry, and England is not a obviously democracy, but monarchy kind of the government is there. Means in England today also the head of the UK or England, queen. In Saudi Arabia also obviously there is a kingship government is still we can get to see. And apart from that one, we can study about the rights and duties of the citizen. Remember here, now we are having totally we are so many rights we are having, totally 6 fundamental rights that people of India are having, and totally 11 fundamental duties we are having in India. So those things we can be discussed or we can understand by studying the political science. See, totally the people of India are given 6 fundamental rights. Here it is given a diagram is given, so that right to equality, right to freedom, right against the exploitation, right to freedom of the religion, cultural educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. So that these are important. 6 fundamental rights are given to the people of India. And in the case of the fundamental duties, totally the people of India are given 11 fundamental duties. So that these you can study, you can come to know only by studying one subject, that is called political science. And remember here, these fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and our so many rights, that freedom we are having. So those you can study, you can come to know only by studying the subject that is called political science, that we should understand. Next one, this political science subject, it can also it also the study of the past, present, and future political institutions. The political institutions like government, it is a political institutions. And next one, United Nations organization, legislature, executive, even judiciary. So these are called as a political institutions, and how they were working in the past, how they were originated, how they were developed, and how they are working in present situation, and how they will be working, what kind of the reforms needed to be made in the political instance, that can you come to know, or you can come to know and you can study this aspect in only the subject that is called political science. Next one, the political theories. Remember here, political theories, obviously there are many number of the political theories we can get to see, like a democracy and communism and rights, freedom. So these are called as a political theories, and why the rights are important, and for first time which kind of the rights were given, and what fight was done, or what fight was fought to get the rights and all. So that these things you can study, you can come to know by studying only the subject that is called political science. Next one, the political science, it will study the origin, development of the ideas like theories. Again we can say, like what is meant by monarchy, how it was originated, when it was originated, how it was taken birth. So that monarchy means it is a kind of government where ruler will be the king. Suppose earlier, before we got independent, India was ruled by many kings, queens. Like when the Mughals were ruling, at that time India was having the monarchy kind of the government. Now there is no monarchy kind of the government, because there is no king or queen ruling India. India was being ruled by Indian ourselves. India is being ruled by Indian ourselves, so that we cannot say that India is a monarchy. Rather we should say India is a democracy. So that monarchy, where it is originating, why it was originated, that you can study by studying the political science. Next one, freedom. What is meant by freedom, and how many kinds of the freedoms are there? So that you can study by studying, you can come to know by studying the political science. And what is meant by justice, what is meant by rule and laws, equality, good government, war and peace. So that these are important ideas in a political science. One can come to know, one can understand, one can even get the huge thorough knowledge by studying the subject that is called political science. Next one, let us move on. The political science, it will help us to know about the constitutions, how many constitutions are there, types of the constitutions, and remember our the organs of the government, how many organs are there. Like legislature, it will make the law. Remember here, the Parliament of India, it is called legislature. What is the main function of the legislature? And that is law making. Next, executive, like all the ministers together, they are called as the executive. What functions are expected to be done by the executive? And judiciary, obviously Indian judiciary is a independent judiciary. So that functions, how they, what are the functions, what are the duties of the these organs of the government. So that you can study by knowing the subject that is called political science. Next one, the knowledge of the political science, it will help you or help the political leaders. Political leaders means like the leader who are ruling our country, our state, like Amit Shah, Narendra Modi, Indira Gandhi ji, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So these are like a political leaders. And civil servants. Remember here, civil servants like district commissioner, tahsildar, and so many. These people are called as a civil servants. And to understand and solve the problems of the people, what they are saying, once again I will make it clear. The knowledge of the political science, it will help the leaders, even the civil servants, to understand and solve the problems of the people. What the people are having the problems, that you can understand by, if once you are having the knowledge of the political science, and you can get the solution to the problems of the people, unless with the help of the political science knowledge. Unless until you are having the good knowledge in the political science, you never come to know the what actual the people are suffering from. So that if you want to identify the problems and solve the problems of the people, then at least the minimum knowledge of the political science everybody should have, especially the political leaders and civil servants. Even the citizens of the people, citizens of the country, they need to have the political science knowledge if they want to make themselves, prove themselves as a good knowledgeable citizens. And remember, next point, the knowledge of the political science help to raise the good leaders and good citizens. If you want to make your leaders good, then knowledge of the political science is very must. Even if you want to prove yourself as a good sensible citizen, then knowledge of the political science is very very important. Unless until you have no knowledge of the political science, you fail to choose the correct leader. If the leader of the country is chosen correctly in a rational manner, then that is because of the good political knowledge that you are having. If your political leaders are not good, then that means that you are not having the correct political knowledge. So that political knowledge is very very important, especially in the development of your country, progress and prosperity of the country. And next one, last, the political science, it will help us to understand the importance of the political institutions like political parties, federations and local bodies like gram panchayati, taluk panchayati and jilla panchayati. These are called as a local bodies. And political parties, remember here now we are having totally 7 to 8 national political parties and nearly 48 or 50, nearly 45, 48, 49 state political parties are existing. So that how many types of political parties are there, and what is meant by federation? Remember, India is a federal country, and what are the important feature of the federation? That unless until you have knowledge of the political science, you never get to know what is meant by federation, what is meant by local bodies, what functions the local bodies are doing, and what is the rights given by the Constitution of India to the people of India. So that this you can study and you can come to know with the help of the political science. So that unless remember here, the political science, the knowledge, it will make the people to be conscious, well citizen and well knowledgeable, and this kind will help you to make your country just peaceful, progressive and happy country. Thank you. With this I would like to stop here. Thank you.